everyone, this is Kelly Cahoot and I'm here for CatScrappiness.com. Today I'm sharing how I made some place cards for my Thanksgiving dinner, but you could use this for Christmas or for how these were designed. These Avery Elle card easel dies were for your cards. Christmas is coming up and I know people would love to display their Christmas cards. I downloaded that sheet there from Avery Elle. And I'm going to use inexpensive craft note cards, the Lawn Fawn Perfectly Pad Fall Paper Pad, that's a mouthful, and the We Are Memory Keepers embossing folders. And that is the little basket weave there. As you can see, I just thought that would be perfect for fall and for Thanksgiving. I'm going to take that card easel die and butt it up against the ends of my note card there. And I'm going to die cut all of those. To embellish those, I'm going to use the Hero Arts layering leaves. I tested out all the colors that I wanted to go with that plaid paper, and this is from all different companies. I didn't use a certain brand of ink. I just used what I had that matched the paper. I just got this Hero Arts ombre ink pad, and I'm going to use it for the big beautiful maple leaf. I'm going to stamp this out a few times. And I think that had I just used just the leaf image here, I probably would have worked harder to get a smoother transition between colors. But I'm going to emboss the veins of the leaf, the next layer over that. And so I wasn't too worried about getting that just perfect. I have 6 place cards that I need to make, so I'm going to stamp this out 6 times. And then for the next layer, I'm going to take Versamark sticky ink and this Ranger Princess Gold embossing powder. And the next layer is the veins for that maple leaf. I'm going to use my anti-static powder tool and go over each leaf. And then stamp out the veins. Add that Princess Gold embossing powder. And I'm not being too terribly careful about getting the embossing powder just right on the veins. I kind of figured that leaves in the fall are all going to look different and different textures and different colors. So they all turned out just a little bit different. And as you can see here just in a second, they almost look real, just a little bit of sparkle. They're so beautiful in real life. Next I'm going to do the little blue light teal leaf. And I actually used a smoky gray ink pad for the veins on that one. And then for the yellow leaves, I am using a 2nd generation stamp. So I'm going to stamp off the first stamping of that chocolate brown onto my scratch paper. And then I'm going to stamp it again onto the leaf. When I stamped it with the first stamping, it was way too dark and overpowered the yellow. I'm going to add the veins to these teeny tiny leaves, and I don't end up using these in the finished product. And then on this burnt orange color, I'm going to again stamp it and use 2nd generation with that chocolate brown. Okay, there's that perfectly plaid paper and all of my leaves that I have here. And I'm going to add a little score tape to the back of the plaid paper, and I'm going to add a strip of vellum and fold the vellum over each end. And this is where I'm going to write the names for the place cards. I'm going to take a gold Sharpie and just neatly write out everyone's names. I am not a hand letterer person. I wish so badly that I was. So I'm just doing the best I can here to get it nice and neat and smooth. And that marker is so pretty. See the shimmer there it gives? It just goes with that embossing powder beautifully. I'm going to pop those little panels up with some foam tape and add those to the embossed little note card there. And I trimmed those down so they weren't the full size of a note card. I didn't trim the length, but I did trim some off of the sides, off of the bottom there. This trim, this gold sequin trim, is from catscrappiness.com, and she's got several colors of this, and this was so fun to use. I know she's got red for Christmas and a green and a white or a shimmery white, I believe. But this was just perfect to add with the gold Sharpie and with the gold embossing powder. I'm trying to decide how to arrange my little cluster of leaves here. And that little guy, he ended up being just too little for the look that I was going for. And so I added some score tape to the bottom of that, stuck down the sequin trim, and now with the score tape that's kind of peeking out, I am going to stick down some of those leaves. I build it up, and I want that maple leaf to be the star of the cluster. So that one's going to be popped up with some foam tape. And then stuck right on top so it sets up off the others. And that's it, all finished. They were really easy to put together, and again, you could use this for Christmas dinner, you know, birthdays, nice anniversary dinners, and then again, Christmas is coming up, and we want our cards, you know, to be special and for our loved ones to enjoy them. So this would be awesome to set up on the mantle. And there's my little place card. Thank you for joining me. All these products were found at catscrappiness.com, and I appreciate you joining me today. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.